Welcome back to the GonzoEwok channel with me, Gonzo. And I've screwed up the intro, isn't that great? Well, we're going to keep that going because I can't stand editing. Yes, welcome back to the GonzoEwok channel. We're playing part 12 of the RimWorld playthrough here. I'm still recording all of these episodes, so this one and the past 3 or 4, be the past 4 that you've watched at the end of this one, have all been recorded at the same time. So, if by some miracle we've actually received some comments or suggestions, sorry, haven't seen them yet, but by all means do leave them. Probably not be recording much more today because, as anybody who's watched the past 3 episodes will know, my throat has been getting progressively worse as I've been recording. So, end of last episode, we've started hollowing out some space to put some more batteries down. We're thinking about the power situation and expanding on that. The bedroom is starting to come along. We had a bit of a log jam, if you excuse the pun, in that we ran out of wood, and so we've set some quite hefty orders up to start chopping down trees left, right and centre. We need wood not just for the generator, although we do have some alternative power supplies, but also, you know, things like the flooring that we're putting down, building things like beds. We've got quite a few orders that require wood that we can't fulfill. We messed around with the work scheduling a little bit as well, and that seems to be going okay. Not quite happy about the way that things are going in terms of the wood, but at the very least what we have got is some wood being collected, and we also have Shiro doing a little bit of research. So Shiro is currently trying to get microelectronics. What this will do is it'll let us unlock some additional bits and pieces. So as you'll see there on the left hand side, we'll get the high-tech research bench. That'll be handy. We also get the comms console, and that'll let us speak with other factions, so we can organise trade deals, or we can try and smooth over any kind of issues that we're having with them as well. So that'd be quite good. And then, as you can see, it'll also unlock further bits and pieces that we can get. So actually taking my herbal medicine and producing actual medicine, that would be quite good. Make dedicated hospital beds, really improve the chances of performing surgery, and make treatment much more effective in the hospital. We actually have a sterile floor, which is quite nice. Don't know if there's sterile tiles for the walls, but I will look into that. Transport pod. This can be used to launch stuff around the planet, which I've never seen before because I've never done the whole caravan thing that was brought in with Alpha 16, which is what we're still playing. Alpha 17 has been out for several weeks at the point of this video going live, but this save file isn't compatible with it, so we're staying with Alpha 16 for the time being. Could also get a TV, that'd be nice. What I'm more interested in though is gun turrets. Geothermal power might be quite a nice one as well, but certainly I want gun turrets, even though my battle cry, or lack of battle cry, of the past few episodes has been we're not seeing any raiders, we're not seeing any pirates, which is very strange. If I jump out of the world, I think I just pressed the world button. Seems to have paused everything. Oh, seems to have made the game crash. Oh no, it hasn't. Nope, I saw a little blue circly bit scrolling around there and I panicked. So this is us. There is stuff going on nearby. So the suicidal raptors we've met a few times before, but there is settlements nearby. There's a tribe. There's a couple of pirate bands. Or a couple of pirate settlements. 3 of them, in fact. And then a couple of towns from the Confederacy of Hatanore. So that is very interesting. I don't know why they're not attacking. They can't be scared of us. We're not that scary. Cargo pods, did you see them whoosh by the screen? This is all we get in terms of activity. It's crazy. So, cargo pods full of raccoon meat. What the hell was going on that ship? 11 rat meats rotted away in storage. How's that happened? Storage. Now surely the rat meat would have been in the freezer. The freezer is at 1 degrees. No, deep freeze. Should be colder in here. As you can see, this, oh Christ, this room now is baking hot. The rest is still warm, just as warm as it ever was, but because this is closed, the cold air in here being generated produces a lot of heat, and as you can see, like out here, it's getting like red hot. Could it be that this room is so hot that there's sort of heat radiating through into the cold room? That ain't great, but I think we can do something about it. I think we can get vents. So put some vents. In temperature. So for 30 steel, a vent for equalising the temperature between two rooms without allowing people to walk between them. My thought is we could put a vent out here, and I think what that would do is it would then pipe some of the heat out of this room, well, outdoors basically, and it might bring the temperature down in here. Bringing the temperature down in here should make this room freeze up again. That's my bad for not realising that. I should have thought about that. When we put the door in here, we've locked all the heat coming out of the air cooling unit out here. To do that, we've got to put a hole in the wall first. So what would be great when people wake up is if somebody could go knock a hole in the wall and then put a vent in. Should point out, these naturally occurring like rock walls, we can't build stuff in, and we can only do that with these existing walls here. Louis, do you want to like not just sit around? There is like stuff that needs doing. So it's now comes as outdoors. Yeah, and as you can see, as soon as we've done that, this room temperature has dropped down in the freezer. And likewise, this is no longer 40 odd degrees. So we kind of just have this sitting open to the elements. I think, can we just put this in here? I think so. I don't think we need to build a wall and then build this. I think this will like block it up. We shall see. Louis? What actually are you doing? Alright, you're collecting wood. That is quite important. We do need wood. We're starting to get some together. Then you're getting some breakfast. We'll have the electric tailor's bench. And just to show you what we can do here, because this is new, we can build cowboy hats, toques, pants, t-shirts, button-down shirts, dusters. I'm tempted just to get everybody with some badass like rat leather dusters, just because it would be proper hardcore. We wouldn't do jackets, pants, we wouldn't do tribal wear. None of our guys, I don't think, are particularly skilled tailors, so they're not going to be good quality. Could make everybody cowboy hats. Be quite nice. Cowboy hats would actually be quite good because it's quite warm here, and I don't know, I think it'll protect them a little bit against heat stroke potentially. Details. Can somebody at some point make 5 cowboy hats, please? I don't think we've got enough leather for all of that. We might have enough for one though. We've got like some rat leather, so somebody might be able to make a cowboy hat out of that. We've actually got beds going in here now. This is good. So finally got Anessa's room finished off. So that'll become Anessa's. And these are now hospital beds, which is handy. Schrader has jumped straight on to making hats. Good for you, Schrader. You've stopped to go and just randomly grab some rice. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this counts as indoors now, which is good. Temperature's still warm. This is at 0 degrees. Flicking between -1 and 0 degrees. So everything's going to be flicking between refrigerated and won't spoil. That'll get annoying. But temperature's crept up again because we've blocked it off, but the vent will work to some extent. What I think we might need to do though is put another vent in. Might put one over here. Or do we put one in here? It's like 20... No, it's 24, 25 degrees. So the bit where we actually spend most of our time indoors is nice and temperate. So what we're going to do is we're going to chisel out that bit of wall there and we're going to put a second vent in. I don't know if that works, but what I'm hoping that'll do is bring the temperature down a bit more in here. It's very warm outside. And then grab another vent. Chuck that in there. A couple of vents in the wall. Because I want this comfortably frozen. It's now slightly increasing. What the hell's going on? So this room is gradually getting warmer again. Do we need to build something that makes that room even colder? I don't know what that would be, frankly. Yeah, if anything, that's actually done the opposite of what I wanted it to do. Although the temperature's getting warmer outside, maybe that's got something to do with it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, can we put another cooler in here and that makes it, like, even colder again? I mean, like, I can't tell it to be any more colder. But as you can see, I mean, the temperature's crept up here to the point where food's refrigerated, but it's not, like, properly cooled. And in any event, right, so Shiro is now just burning shit. Now, he had a binge eating thing going on, so something is bugging Shiro, and I'm not quite sure why. Tons of joy. He's loving it. Oh, and it's because he's got catharsis, because he's kind of had this little bit of a break. But yeah, I mean, generally, I mean, we're kind of giving you a more impressive bedroom because we've got nothing to impress, basically. And at the same time, man-hunting rhinoceroses have entered the area. Christ. Man-hunting rhinoceroses. So there's a rhino. It's coming for Lumi. So Shiro is just setting fire to shit. Shredder's got a cowboy hat on now. So does Havoc. How lovely. You come to put that fight out. The fire out. Thank you. He's lit another one. I mean, this isn't great. I mean, Shiro, we do kind of need you because you do research and you were the doctor. So, draft. Try to arrest. I don't want to do that. We could stop him by arresting him, but to do that would permanently damage relations that he would have with somebody else. He also is carrying a submachine gun. So you know what? We'll not do that. Let's just leave him to it. Keep putting out the fires as he's lighting them. He stopped it. There we go. Okay, right. He's back to normal. He's chilling. Where's that? Is that rhino? Maddened. Get the hell out the way of the rhino. Do we? Can we shoot a rhino to death? I've no idea. I imagine if a rhino hits, we're in deep shit. Shoot the rhino to death, please. Right, hit the rhino. What did that do? Next to nothing. That's almost like a health bar of sorts, if you like. Next to nothing. Shot it in the body with a pistol. Shot it again. It didn't like that. But, so it's been shot in the horn, the body, the front leg. Right, Shiro. Come out here. Lumi, run for your life, girl. Right, so we're peppering the rhinoceros, but, yeah. Okay, we've hit its liver. That's got to be a good thing. That's a vital organ. Body, stomach. Yeah. This rhino is going to take some killing. And unfortunately, I don't know if we can outrun this thing. There's a rat there. Right, kite the rhino. Run! That was 3 hits. That was pretty good. Yeah, actually, we are doing a lot of damage to it now. Everybody's getting shots in. Christ, think of the leather. Think of the meat. Nice! Lumi puts it down. So, yeah, I mean, that's quite... I know it's very sort of voyeuristic in a way to have a look at the kind of the injuries that are being caused there. But we have finished it. Lumi, you are a hunter. Rescue the rhinoceros. Do we rescue it and then try and tame it? I don't think we do. I think what we actually do is we say, right, yeah, being hunted. Prioritise hunting the rhinoceros. So Lumi's going to go and step up to it. Blam! I mean, this is very unpleasant. Because, I mean, obviously, you know, you'd like a nice clean kill here. And instead we've shot it maybe about 30 times. Right, that did it. It feels no pain. Consume the rhinoceros corpse. Can't bury it. Haul it. Put it in the fridge. She is strong. Jesus Christ. Rhino. That's the biggest threat we've faced so far. I've got a sneaking suspicion if that hit her, that would have caused a hell of a lot of damage to whoever got in the way of it. Right, we do not want to turn the rhino into kibble. We've got plenty of kibble anyway. We'll say, I think you seem to make it in batches of like 50. So I think that's probably a meal or two more out the kibble, and then we'll make some more. At some point somebody's going to come along and butcher that rhino. We're all going to be wearing rhino hats, probably, the way that things are going to go. Out of interest, what is your hat made of? Cloth? Oh, that's normal. Stylish yet rugged, keeps the sun and the rain off, and it gives anyone who wears it an extra bit of charm. It's the most important part of a traditional Western attire. Tiny bit of protection for the hat. It insulates against the heat, which is good. Offsets the maximum comfortable temperature. It's not very pretty though. It's a terrible hat. I imagine Havoc, is yours the same? Shoddy. Yeah, quite like the idea of them wearing elephant leather though. Look at them. With these synth threads on, they look like the Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. We need little red toques for them. The little blue jumpsuits. Oh, fuck. Shiro, you are getting on my tits, son. Why are you doing this? I ate my meal in a decent dining room. Yes, you certainly did. And you're now going to go and burn it down. It's just because he wants an impressive bedroom. I'll tell you what's an impressive bedroom. It's called a friggin' shallow grave out back. And amongst the pirates, the way you're going, sunshine. Which is Shiro's bed. I'm going to do you one, like. Sick of you. Butchering the rhino. 65 rhino hide. And a shed load of rhinoceros meat. Right, this is Shiro's bedroom. What can we put in his bedroom that is going to cheer him up? I mean, he wants an impressive bedroom. I mean, how impressive is impressive, you know? I mean, can I chuck, like, I don't know, a chess table in there? And that's going to make him feel happier? Is steel more pretty than wood? Is it more impressive? What about uranium? We'll give you a uranium chess table. See what you think of that. You'll glow in the dark, you prick. I mean, silver would be impressive, admittedly. What have we got? We've got a lot of marble. What about a marble chess table? That's got to be impressive, right? Chuck that down. We don't really have the wood for chairs, I don't think, unfortunately. There's a lot of wood needed for a chair. Proper animal bed. That would be nice for puddles. Cloth for that though, we've run out of cloth. Plant pot. Marble plant pots. Put one in there. Everyone likes a marble plant pot, surely. You know, get some plants on the go. You're ill, yep, sure, you want a plant pot. Shiro, you're working in here all the time, you probably want a plant pot. I think if I give anybody else plant pots in their bedrooms, Shiro might kick off and say that he hasn't got the most impressive of rooms. So, that might work. I don't know, if I'm honest. It's got to be worth the goal, because I cannot have him setting fire to the base every 2 minutes. Batteries. What about here? For... Yeah, that's what we didn't want to have happen. You know when I said, oh, Christ, yeah, you can't have slight issues? Oh my god, get out of there. Havoc. Run like hell. Just get out of there. They're all gonna pop. Oh, Christ. We need to put these out, but by Christ, that's nasty. Havoc, I mean, how badly did that injure you? So you got some burns. How much more are they going to explode? I mean, that looks like that might pop, like... Yeah, like... Put everything out. Everything, please. Like, don't just, like, go back to bed, like, oh, I'm done. Yeah, still definitely not done. Anybody? Like, fire? Fire? Can't say that any... Oh, Christ! So there's been a massive short circuit. So it's not only popped up here, it has also popped all down here. Right. Everybody needs to, like, basically firefight right this second. We've only got 3 firefighters. Guys, this could be it. Yeah, we're in trouble here. Where's all gone? Right, stop everything bar putting out the fire. Put out the fire. Put out the fire. You can't put out the fire. You can't put out the fire. Anessa, you're on fire. Put it out. Jesus. Yeah, we are in trouble here. Just a random... You know how I said the game was going easy on it? It's give it a massive fire to deal with. It's like wiping out most of our resources. Anessa is down. I think she's been cooked, possibly. Yeah, I mean, she's burnt her eye. She's burnt her eye out. That's not good. Shiro, like, don't just chill. Like, save her. Yeah, all the beds on fire. Guys. What the hell's happening up here? What's down to you? Extreme heat stroke. It's the heat from the place is 105 degrees. Asthma. Oh my god. Guys, we are done for here. Like, turn these into medical beds. H. I've deleted that one. I'm panicking now. Christ. Right. Use the old hotkeys. Shiro. Time to be a hero. I know I can hear you. And Schrader. Sorry, Anessa, you were the latest one to the party. So Havoc and Lumi. Weren't Havoc and Lumi the couple that met up here and then broke up? Anessa's died because of heat stroke. We're trying to get out. Puddles! Oh no! Cooked! All them times I joked. Like, guys, we are done here. See how easily this game just turns on a sixpence? And because we didn't have the right blend of colonists, we only had 3 firefighters. I mean, that is pretty bad. Initial heat stroke, burnt. I mean, she is in major bother here. She's unconscious and she's burnt all over. Shredder, I think, has collapsed. Oh no, minor burns, just a wuss. Havoc. Serious heat stroke and burns. You know what? I think we've saved these guys. Oh, cargo pods. Oh, great. Like loads of leather. It's exactly what we need right now. So Shiro's the doctor. I think he's got to try and fix them. But you know what? Like, I think that's like all of our resources is gone. Shiro can't do any firefighting because he's a pyromaniac. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're standing in a... That's typical of Shiro. Bloody pyromaniac being burned by superheated air. It's 1,000 degrees in there. 1,000. Jesus wept. So, I mean, Shiro's dying the way he'd probably prefer to, on fire. Superheated air, 1,000 degrees. I mean, 1,000 degrees, I'm pretty sure would, you know, like, you would just be like a charred wreck. Shredder, oaf. Can you save the day? Gotta try. Guys, this is probably gonna be the culmination of this little colony. Nothing really much happened until it exploded from the inside. You know, all them times I said about batteries, I didn't really think that was actually gonna happen. But, it appears to have. What's happened? Shredder, you're wandering. You're wandering. You got a light burn, so you've dropped him in 480 degree heat. Oh, you're on fire. Right, okay, fair enough. You are on fire. You're running around. That's probably stop, drop, and roll you're doing. Probably a good idea. Yep. You've put it out. Try again. Rescue Shiro. Can you do any medicine? You can. It's quite important that you do medicine now. Right. You've gotten them out. Unfortunately, looks as though our medicine's burnt down. We've got herbal medicine up here. I mean, frankly though, let's be honest. Even if we manage to save them, this colony's done for. Like, all of our resources are burning down. We've got some food outside in early stages of growth. Tiny little bit of rice. It's like 700 degrees in here that you're just wandering your way through. What are you going for? Rat meat? What are you doing with that? I mean, really? Like, medicine? The medicine's on fire. And you're down as well. Oh dear. I mean, yeah. This hasn't went well. I mean, she is going to cook. Shredder has went into shock. And it is 600 degrees in there. I don't know why that happened though. I think it's just one of those random events. So Christ, the game has said, right, we'll just lull you into a false sense of security for like 5 hours. And then I'm just going to explode your base and see what you do. And quite understandably, I think, what I've done is panic and watch the base catch fire. The only thing that survived is steel. But everything flammable inside is went up. Yeah, I mean, covered in burns. These guys, you know, they might actually... Lumi has been fixed up. Shiro managed to bandage enough of her burns. Got asthma that's gone untreated. Shiro has food poisoning and is burnt all over and didn't get any treatment. Havoc, mild burning, could do with treatment, but isn't going to get it. Inessa, well, I mean, we've only had her like a few episodes anyway. She just randomly came along. She burnt to death in the corridor. So, you know what? I think we're kind of done here. We are getting towards that half-hour mark, but they're all down. I think the only reason the game hasn't ended is because these guys are in in medical beds. So I think the game is of the opinion that I might be able to pull through. But frankly, even if I do, like, we have nothing. We've got the stone blocks that were kept outside. The steel is inflammable. We've got a tiny bit of food there, but we have nothing else. Jeez. I'm going to see. We're going to let this run out. This might end up slightly longer. We'll see if these guys get into a position where one of them's mobile. If they are mobile, I mean, in theory, have we got any... This heal root isn't far off grown. There's a little bit of heal root that we could use as herbal medicine. If Lumi potentially recovers, and I mean, that's still not a given. I mean, again, not being fed, probably going to starve to death here. It all rests on Lumi because she's been bandaged up. If she can survive, there's the potential where she could get that heal root and fix up these two before they die. Havoc has an infection. So this is the death of the colony, really. This one's going to be a slightly longer video. We're going to see if anybody can actually come back. It could be a really interesting one for a potential second series. If Lumi survives, but then the rest of the colony die, do we start a new game on Alpha 17 and we make ourselves a colony of one and we recreate Lumi, who's really kind of been the star of the show, really? Or do we do, maybe Lumi takes up with another colony, a tribe, we set up a new world in the new Alpha, and we bring her across. I think that might not be a bad idea. Local squirrel's gone mad. Has it really? Perfect, is all I've got to say to that. Yeah, I mean, we've got no way of feeding anybody here. It's minor malnutrition. I want to see, can we even tell Lumi to do something? She's in shock due to pain. Right, we'll just leave this on maximum speed and see what happens. Just keep an eye out. Yeah, everything's bad. We know this. Everything is really bad. These were meant to be prison cells, not kind of like our last ditch attempt at surviving. Shredder flapping around on the floor. Burnt all over. I think it's like the colours, the severity of these things, so that burn on the torso is a really bad one. Middle finger on the right hand burnt. It's painful, that. All of the food's rotten because there's no way to keep it fresh. Spoils in less than a day when it's not in the freezer. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Shredder's getting sick from infection. The infection's in her head. Oh dear. Ensure you get proper treatment by not lying in a scorched out building by yourself while all your friends are lying in another building. Scorched themselves, but at least the building's still intact. My god. I hope you guys don't mind this being a longer one, but let's be honest, we are probably done here. We just need to see it out more than anything. I'm not going to do anything like a two-parter on this. We'll just put it up. It's probably going to bring the series to an end, but we shall see. Coldest needs rescue. Who's this? Shredder. Well, yeah, of course. These guys are just kind of fighting that losing battle. I think Lumi lying in the bed, it's sort of almost stabilising her health because she's bandaged. But the problem is, as you can see there, the malnutrition situation is getting much worse. She's in shock, so I can't even tell her to stagger out and get some, rotten meat and just jam it into her mouth to try and feed herself. So I think they're going to succumb to malnutrition and infection, which is very, very sad. But let's be honest, I mean, Frontier Society, this is probably how it goes for most of them. Probably not with exploding cables, which take out all of your friggin' base at once. Never seen that happen. I've seen batteries pop. And I've seen your power cable pop. Never seen all of them pop at once. And there's a solar flare, which will shut down all electrical devices. Not that we really have any as such. I think that light still works. When the wind's gone, I think the light still works. Yeah, this is really bad, this. We might need to, just pull the plug. Schroeder's collapsed due to extreme exhaustion. Well, I mean, you were done anyway, really. Has an infection. You'll see what happens with an infection is you try and treat the infection and somebody builds up an immunity. The infection gets worse and worse from like minor to severe and extreme. And in the meantime, you've got a percentage bar, which is your body developing, or that person's body developing the immunity. Here, I mean, there's no antibiotics, there's no nothing. She's just got a burn, which has become infected on her head. I mean, none of these are going to be pretty anymore, that's for sure. Jesus. I mean, they're all absolutely covered in third-degree burns. It's like somebody's just, like, dropped a nuke about 4 miles away from the colony. Extreme infection there for Havoc. He's not going to see the night out. Shiro is quite badly burned. Minor infection. He's a tough old cookie, though, because he hasn't got any healing on this. There's no bandage, no poultice. Extreme pain. He's trying to sleep it off. Still think Lumi is our best chance, though. And I mean, that malnutrition is getting worse and worse. So, I think this is how Gonzoville dies. Solar flares ended. Well, that's a bonus. Yeah, just after that triumph of killing the rhino as well. We took down a rhino. That's how good we were as a colony. We were gelling. Yeah, we had way issues, but we did alright. But then one day a rhino showed up, and we managed to bond together. Lumi running through the orchard. We managed to take out that rhino. Havoc's died cold and alone in what was a prison cell. Succumbed to his infection. Havoc, of course, was the partner of Lumi. I'm pretty sure they were the couple that met shortly after landing on the planet. But you know, the stresses of being on the colony and being on this unforgiving planet was too much for them, and they ended their relationship, and things were never quite the same between them. There was always that hope that one day, you know, they might recover that relationship and rekindle it. But now we know that can never be. Havoc is no more. Every colonist of the female gender smiles with contentment due to a psychic soothe. Some distant engine of happiness is stirring. It's projecting a powerful psychic drone over this entire region on a frequency that only seems to affect the female gender. For a few days, some people's mood will be quite a bit better. Will it? Will it? Yeah, I mean, it's almost like the game has given me a bit of a send-off here. It's, oh, well, we'll make, you know, we've got Lumi and we've got Shredder. They'll feel a little bit better towards the end. There's some sort of weird psychic frequencies broadcast over this area of the planet. Makes them feel better, even though they're racked with pain and covered in burns and nobody's coming to save them. Shiro, on the other hand, pyromaniac nutter, is probably getting his just desserts. He doesn't get to feel nice. And, you know, he spent a lot of his time loitering around here. Yeah, he did some research, but he also lit a lot of fires, didn't he? This is what happens when you light fires in an enclosed base. Suddenly, all catches fire, you get 1,000 degrees, and people burn to death. Nice peaceful music playing out as Havoc's corpse slowly rots in his cell. It's almost like when we built this, we were building this thinking we'll use it one day for prisoners, you know, we'll lock them in here, we'll hopefully be able to impress them with the quality of the base that we have, and maybe one day that, you know, they might join the colony and make it even better. Little did we know at the time we were building those that actually what we were doing was literally building our own tombs. We've got a solid building here. Nice little compartments where bodies will lie. Schroeder has died for infection. Schroeder the oaf. Schroeder, who tried desperately to cook meals for the colony, wasn't particularly successful in that, give all the shits, unfortunately. But tried. Did a lot to help with the medicine. Was very good with the medicine. You know, growing the medicine, growing the crops, and really did try her best. You know, at the end there did make a last ditch attempt to get Shira out with the fire. You know, brought Shira out with the fire there. Went back into 700 degree heat to try and get the medicine as it burned, and succumbed to wounds. Fortunately, Lumi, star of the show, has died. That's not particularly good. Malnutrition, by the looks of it. Don't think that was an infection. I think it's literally succumbed to malnutrition. I'm still maybe in favour of saying she's dead but not dead, and maybe bringing Lumi back into a second series, either by herself or maybe joining a tribe, which is another kind of colony. Maybe setting up alone, or maybe just setting up a new colony in Alpha 17. But you know, by all means, please let us know your thoughts. What do you think of this end and the way that we've kind of played things out here? And what do you think about Lumi potentially having a future? You guys can save her. Oh, great! An escape pod's landed. It's crashed hard. Badly wounded individual. If we could find some way to go and save them, Gould, the refugee, teenage female space refugee, aged 15, has been in space for 88 years, but is actually 15, is landed on the planet. Not particularly exciting. But yeah, just going to lie here. Cuts and bruises and scratched, down and out. Not even part of the tribe, but unfortunately we can't do anything. Our colony now consists of Shiro. You know, and unfortunately there's nothing really much we can do. Extreme malnutrition. Deeply, deeply sad. Even the music stopped playing. The game knows this is the death knell. But I think we're owed to this colony, you know. We've been with these guys for, what, 12 episodes? We're owed to them to stay out the colony. And you know what? This is what happens with RimWorld. RimWorld, half the fun of it is playing the game. And the other half is seeing for good or ill whether you manage to survive. Do you manage to get off the planet? Do you manage to prosper? Or do you watch your colony burn to death and, you know, all of your inhabitants along with it? I mean, I don't see there being any way that Shiro's going to survive this. His malnutrition's too bad. And his burns are untreated. Shiro, the pyromaniac, always had a bit of a troubled relationship with the colony. But I think at this stage we don't really have much of a chance. There's a boom rat that's running around, which we're not particularly interested in. Not that it can make things much worse, frankly. It's a cry and shame. This was turning out to be quite a nice little colony. But unfortunately, with that, Chihiro's dead, everyone's dead or gone, and the story's over. And perhaps someone else will find a use for the ruins of this place. So guys, that was RimWorld. I've really enjoyed recording that series. I know we've had a huge hiatus between, I think it was episodes 7 and 8, or 8 and 9 maybe. I know we had a big gap in between, and I do apologise again for that, but hopefully these past few episodes you've really enjoyed watching. I'm happy to maybe play some more RimWorld, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Let us know what you want. You can let us know down in the comments section here, the video. Of course, you can also go onto Twitter or Facebook, search for GonzoEwok, you can find we're there. Like the video if you've enjoyed this series, and subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully, I'll see you again, either in RimWorld or something else, very, very soon. Okay, thanks very much, guys, and goodbye.